What's up, everybody? This is your girl Ericka from the Classy Climb blog. I just came from a baby shower. I was hanging out with friends, but I gotta tell you this. People say, well, Steven Crowder is just being greedy. $50 million. He turned down $50 million. Let me explain to you guys this in such a beautiful way. If someone offers you something, you're worth 5 times that. Steven Crowder, whether I like him or not, whether he's my demographic, whether he's what I would watch or waste my money on, he's worth 250 million. When Joe Rogan got paid 100 million by Spotify, actually he got paid 250 million. If you go read the back office, you go see the stock market, you go see the stock options, you go see all this other stuff. They were embarrassed to say they were giving him 250 million. They had to divide it up and say, oh no, we're giving him 100 million. And all this is the back stuff. This is why Joe Budden walked away. Joe Budden had been number 3 on their platform for years. Number 1 for years. They put money behind so many people for years, and they shows would collapse. Joe Budden is worth $100 million. Now you're going to see this video, and I'm going to pull up clips. I'm going to do lots of different stuff on this video, but this is a masterclass, and I want to explain this to you guys. You never won except the first number. If they were offering you 50 million, you're really worth 100 to 150 million dollars. I'm going to tell y'all this right now because this is private information, but this isn't a shock to anybody. The past 2 years, I was trying to figure out how to sell the channel, how to do something, how to free myself and get a lump sum of money and go about my business. And I got to sit in front of a bunch of contracts similar to what he is talking about. I remember talking to one guy. He's like, "Dude, your channel is worth $20 million." And I remember telling somebody, and they laughed. And I said, no. If he told me that, he was right. And he broke it down to me. He said, "Ericka, we'll bundle this stuff up. We'll sell this at 7,000. We'll sell it for 7,000 to 1,000 people a year. That's 7 million. We're going to make a smaller price product. That's 700. We're going to sell it to 10,000 people. That's another 7 million a year. We're going to get about 5 million off YouTube, off views and sponsors and blah, blah, blah." And they like that. They know these numbers, y'all, because it's a numbers game. And most creators are just wanting to be, I just want to sit here. I just want to goof. I just want to laugh. I just want to put on a good show. I want to be a showman. Okay? That's what most people want to do. And when they broke down those numbers to me, I have been salty ever since. I was like, ugh, this is crazy. Because this channel, whether you guys believe it or not, whether you're like, oh, the video, the content, the audio ought to be better. This channel makes 10, 25,000 to 40,000 a month. It depends on the month. And it's not from AdSense. It's the AdSense will always be the lowest check you get. When these people show you, oh, this is my YouTube automation channel. Look at this. I get 30 grand checks. Look at this checks. This is what people dream of. Like, I just put the videos out and I make all this money from AdSense. That's what people's dreams are. Okay. But I am telling you, we're going to go through it. We're going to go through the whole incident with Crowder and Daily Wire and all stuff. But I am telling you, if somebody offers you $50 million on the first go round, on the first offer, you're worth 5 times that. 250 mil. That's what you're worth. If someone offers to buy your channel for $1 million, you're worth 10. If someone goes, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to buy this from you. We're going to give you this lump sum money. And then we're going to pay you every month like $100,000 to do your YouTube channel. How does that sound? That's why you got these people out here jammed up, working, sad, depressed, doing these YouTube channels for $100K a month when really their YouTube channel is worth $1 million. Really, the big person is getting all the money. When I went to multiple marketing firms out in California, and I went to multiple companies who were like, yo, we'll buy this from you. What you want for it? And then one dude said, do not sell this, Ericka. Let me show you what you can do. Let me show you what you can do. Let me show you if you do this, if you do this, if you do this, if you do this, you'll make $20 million off this channel. You don't have to record another video. We'll just come in here, dice, chop, edit, do this, do that. I mean, again, I know there's a black guy that you guys do not pay attention to on YouTube, but you should. His name is Tommy. Black guy, bald head, in his 50s. This guy has ran over $500 million in YouTube advertising. We don't talk about him because it's not the Lambos, it's not shiny. But old boy's run over $500 million in ads for other creators. How much you think Tommy got paid on the back end of that? Now, of course, he worked with the company, yada, yada, yada. We can go through multiple levels of this conversation. But I know because it's YouTube, y'all not going to get it. Everybody ain't going to get it, and that's okay. That's why I'm putting this behind the paywall. That's why I go really deep inside my classes. I spent $150,000 or so over a 2-year period, deep diving, educating myself about the business, everything about it. If I could go back, I've told y'all this 5, 6, 7 times. If I could go back and not invest in those trucks and really take 400,000 of my own money, baby, I'd be Ty Lopez. I'd be Ty Lopez. I'd be hanging out. I'd be on a jet. I kid you not. Now, does that mean that's not me disparaging service businesses? That's not me disparaging trucking. That's not me disparaging. It was a business decision that had got made. I could have took that 400 grand and put it somewhere else, put it in real estate. I'd have been a different story, all that stuff. But I am telling you, if you could sit in some of these rooms, the contracts they're giving people are very much like Louder and Crowder. You're going to lose your social media. It's not going to be yours no more. And I'm gonna pull up the parts of the video so y'all can see that. This is a standard contract. This is not a, oh my God, I can't believe they wrote all this negative stuff for him. That's what's so funny about this. This is the standard contract. We're gonna take over your social media. We're gonna punish you if you don't come to work. We're gonna take money from you if you don't do what you say you're gonna do. Why? Because most creators, by the time they get these contracts, they're so tired, they're burnt out, they're not happy, they're just like, oh, just give me some money. They sign these deals. Why do you think Wendy Williams' show, they just etched out the Wendy Williams stuff and put Sherry name on there? She didn't own that, y'all. She didn't own that. She's been signed a contract many moons ago. Now, many people say, Ericka, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. But I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to go back. Now, this is 2013. I'm going to show you some stuff from 2013 just because y'all think all this stuff is new. It's not new. It's old. And if I want to go rack up a couple mil, I could just go read police reports, be ultra conservative, put my cowboy hat on, go sit on a farm and read y'all how America's falling into hell. And literally, this is what we need to be doing. And shame on these criminals, these thugs. I could make $1 million a month, y'all. If I had kids and I wanted to make a kid channel, I could make $1 million a month, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Every time y'all keep coming on here talking about, black creators got to stop crying. There's not that much money out here. You are incorrect. The money is out here. It's a sea of money. I've made my courses and products low for years. I'll tell you, when I went in those meetings with those marketing folks, they said, why is this not a bundle and it's not $5,000 minimum? I've seen boys literally walk out of rehab 6 months later, put together a credit repair course, charge $7,000. I was one of the first people to take it. It won't even finish inside. Sold that $7,000 credit repair course to over 500 people that put $3.5 million in his pocket, turn around and make a hedge fund. Not one, but two, one for crypto and then one for real estate. I've seen it. I've watched this occur. It's because of the pandemic. This stuff was going on before the pandemic, y'all. There is a sea of money out here. But when you sign some of these contracts, I really want to tell y'all, there's so many things I can say, but I'm trying to say them in a way that makes sense. Somebody's got to put the Lambo money down. Now, let me clarify. Why can Daily Wire arm twist Crowder like this? Crowder's gone through various iterations. He's had a heart surgery, all kind of stuff has happened to him. He had his original team. And when those first couple millions came about, them team were like, hey, you need to split this across the team. And some of them people had to be let go, okay? Because he had to just pay him some money, keep out. Okay? So now, as more and more levels, Crowder makes about $10 million a year. Y'all, I can pull this up. I can show y'all this stuff, right? He makes more than that, right? So you're talking about the gross of the show and then what he makes, okay? So we can play that game if y'all want to play it tonight, okay? It is not even about, and here's the thing. People are like, oh, this is petty. But listen, I want y'all to understand this. If somebody offers you $50 million and sends you a basic, what you would send to the kid down the street that just got viral contract, you would be insulted. Crowder's been demonetized on YouTube for 3 years now and still pulls in millions of dollars and has a whole staff and travels with security. And for people to be like, well, he should just take this 50 million and not take it personal. I promise you would be insulted because the level of, if you offering me 50, I'm worth 250. Joe Budden and them were so offended because you're giving Joe Rogan 100, but I know it's really 250 million. Joe Rogan, if go back and read this stuff, this is where they got embarrassed, because when Joe Rogan got put out there, the internet sleuth started really looking it up. Like, wait a minute, Joe Rogan actually is getting $250 million. They're just telling us 100 million. They're just telling us 100 million. Go back and read the stock options, the this, the that, the rights. It's 250. This is why Joe Budden walked away. And I'm saying his name crazy, but Joe Budden. He was like, I've been number one on your platform for 3 years. I'm bringing millions of people. What's going? Why are y'all not paying me 100 million? And this is where I get so angry for Black people and Latino people in these spaces, because they're giving us the crumbs of social media and saying you should be happy about it. Shut up. Take these crumbs and shut up. When you know your product and services are better, higher quality, we just got to actually invest our Lambo money. Now, what do I mean by this? The reason they can let me go back to what I'm saying. The reason they can armbar him like this is because Daily Wire is run by Shapiro, who's like, let's leave California. We're going to Nashville, Tennessee, because we're going to be in the heartland of America, where people are trying to aspire to be. Not only are we going to be in the heartland, we're going to have 3 people. And I told y'all this. If I had to start all over, I have 4 people on my team. One is a social media manager. All platforms, all things social. That's their job every day. They all over it. Number 2 is an advertising person. Not only are they going to be advertising, putting us ads on the spaces, they're also going to be spending their days pulling money in for us, calling companies, working contracts. By the time I see it from him, he done been on the phone with them 30 times. I'm just seeing the final contract. Okay. Number 3 would be an operations manager. Okay, they oversee everything. They oversee my schedule. They see where I got to go. Number 4 would be an executive assistant. Executive assistant would, hey, Ericka, you're going to be here this day. Your groceries got delivered to your house. Your car got cleaned while you were gone. Here's your plane tickets. Keep it pushing. Also, prepare yourself to do a speech at 7. Your house is in order. You're ready. You're going. Bye. Here's your stuff. You don't have to look at a thing. Okay. Because this is also on the liberal side. Now, this was my pushback. So again, people are like, oh, you're just conservative. You want to talk about this. Listen, when I saw all those Black people who were conservatives going on Fox News when Obama was in office, when I saw all these liberals coming in office when Obama on the other opposite side of the channel, on MSNBC, all these other channels, I said, listen to me. Y'all better run these bags up. Y'all better write all the books you're going to write. You better get all the sponsorships you're going to get, because as soon as Obama leaves this office, y'all are gone. And as soon as Obama, the door closed, like not even 3 months before Obama got out of there, about 30 Black correspondents on Fox were gone. They were gone. Okay, same thing over on MSNBC. When Obama's out of there, y'all get out of here. We don't need y'all. We don't need y'all. Peace out. So if you weren't running up the bag on TV, and TV's dead for most important, but you weren't running the bag up on TV, this left this big open gap. Okay? Yeah, only Joy Reid and Don Lemon are left out of 30 people. Come on, man. It's crazy. So again, let me just, again, there's 174 people here. Hit the like button. Again, when they sat down and told me, baby, your channel's worth $20 million. Let me show you how you're going to get it. Boom, boom, boom. I was like, stop playing with me. And you will say, oh, Ericka, the money ain't out there. The money's out there. Money's out there. Okay, so let me go here. Let me go here. I wrote my notes. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me see here. Where my notes at? Lost my train of thought a little bit. Okay. Long story short, let me go back a little bit. Some examples. People say, give me some examples. It's family channels making millions a year. Walmart was paying people $50,000 a month for them to take their social media, where they wouldn't take it from you, but you would post basically a Walmart ad of you and your family going to Walmart, doing stuff for Walmart. They would pre-record this stuff and you'd put it on your channels. You put it on your platform, you put it on your Twitter, you put it on your Instagram, you put it on your Pinterest. They paying you $50K a month. Walmart. Mommy bloggers have been racking it up for years at this point. That's why when you see some of these families, you're like, man, do they work? What do they do all day? They pulling in $75,000 minimum a month. chilling. Hair products. There's several little black families where the little kids, they're combing their hair, they're washing their hair, they got a house full of supplies. Y'all, it's a racket. Gun channels. Let me see if I can pull that one I want to show y'all up. So there's a guy, and again, I'm gonna give y'all some different examples, but there's a guy called Mike Glover. He's out of my hometown of Fayetteville, North Carolina, military kid. And what ended up happening, a lot of people, he was like, they're demonetizing us. Okay, so eventually, what ended up happening is they made multiple channels. Again, I could literally do a whole teaching segment on what Deion Sanders is doing, but what happened is Deion Sanders, people came and said, "Let me tell you something, Deion. Take these cameras, take these little clips, put it on Twitter, put it on here, put it on here. You're gonna go to the big time." I don't know what the big time football team is for him. I'm not that deep into sports, so I could ask my significant other. But at the end of the day, right, it ain't Florida because he ain't there, right? So now he's in Colorado. Not only has Colorado got him for a 5 year, they're gonna give him a good 30, 40 meal. And again, that's great. Great. Colorado's gonna do that. But he's gonna make 50 mil off internet. Y'all think I'm joking. He gonna make it. He's got kids. He's got 9 YouTube channels. They've got platforms. They literally had a Twitter the other day, hit it with 65,000 people hit the like button. Look over at the video, not even 10 minutes later, 65,000 likes, right? Because they're going to watch that first minute. Oh, Deion put the video. Let me go look at it. Let me go look at it right now. I'm trying to explain to y'all. It's not like, oh, I got to sell courses. That's why I laugh when black people are like, the black people are selling courses. And I'm like, baby, you can keep the course money. I could go do $10,000 masterminds for the rest of this year, every month for 10 people, and I would have that room filled. 10 people a month, $10,000 a mastermind every month if I wanted to. I've seen people of lesser caliber do it, y'all. But somebody's got to put aside the Lambo money, right? Somebody's got to decide we're going to have a full-time sponsorship person on deck. We're going to have a full-time social media person on deck. We're going to have a full-time cameraman on deck. We're going to have a full-time. That costs money. And most of these creators, by the time you see them, they tired. But that costs money. And someone has to invest the money. And so they already know y'all not going to invest the money. Let me go, hey, I got this contract for you. If I give you this contract, will you give me pretty much all your money? I'm going to pay you good, but I'm going to take 25% here, 20% there. Again, I'm going to go to the Crowder video, but I'm going to just walk y'all through a few options just to give you an ideal. This guy came out of my hometown, military guy, injured, retired. He was going around doing gun training shows, right? And I want YouTube to get me, but gun channels have been demonetized on YouTube for the past 9 years. Let me just put that there. But here's the kicker. You know, if I review something, if I talk about something, if I have the links below my channel and they give me $100 every time y'all click, because I had that deal with a credit repair company before. I had to let go of it. I had to go back all my old videos and take it off. Again, $100 every time somebody even just goes sign up to do a consultation with them, and 1,000 of y'all signed up. You do the math. Let's not be silly here. So again, same thing goes for gun products, sponsorship, oils. I know a guy with his warehouse has just holders, belts, and shirts, and they do $7 million a year off that. And you would think, oh my God, $25 shirts? Well, that's crazy. These little holders, these little things that you can make in China for nothing. People are making it, y'all. It's a numbers game. And this is why I get so angry about YouTube. Only, I've got 62,000 subscribers, but they only show my channel to 6,000 people, alert them on notifications. Why am I pissed? Because I know my counterparts down the street, if they get 100,000 views every time they do a video, that's a good $5,000 for their pocket. Whether it's the sponsorships, it's courses, it's sales, it's whatever. I know it is. The reason I'm so angry that I'm not at 100,000 to get the silver play button, there's a world that exists. There's levels to it, right? So let's go here. 90% of YouTube videos never get over 1,000 views. Test this out on your own today. Go look it up for yourself. I don't got to tell you this. You can look it up. So already I'm in the top 10% of YouTube. Just off that alone, right? That videos organically get about 3,000 to 8,000 views. Okay. So organically. Okay. Now let's take it another level. If I'm at 100,000 subscribers, there's a sea of companies that go, oh, she's at 100K. Let's see the fulfillment. Let's see the interaction. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. It's a thing with that 100K little play button. Y'all gonna learn one day. That 100K play button, you have a lot of young white creators, young Hispanic creators who are getting inundated with emails. I can show you how many emails I get a day right now, and I'm only at 62,000 from Enrique. Hey, partnerships, contracts. Here, you want to do this? You want to do this? Hey, you want to market this? You want to market this credit card, this low income credit card? No, I don't want to market that shit. We get them. We get at least 5 a day, and I'm not even at 100,000. So imagine if I had a 100K play button and my videos were getting 20,000 to 50,000 views per video. Baby, it's a different level. Y'all not ready for this conversation, but I'm trying to give it to you because there's so many creators who are so exhausted. Someone puts a contract in their face. They're like, yeah, cool. I'll take it. So anyway, let me just go here. This is Mike Glover. Okay. And if you're enjoying the content, hit the one button, help me out, with the algorithm, all that bullcrap. I'm not really worried about the algorithm, and I can tell you why later, but hit the one, right? So here he is a year ago. 1 million views, 1 million views, 1 million views, 600,000. None of these are ad sponsored. None of these are he ran ads to make this video pop. No, none of these are. These are the pure, guys looking for pew, 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 pew. Okay. This is pure, guys on multiple friend groups, Facebook groups, pew, pew, pew groups, sharing this content with each other, bumping it up. He honestly should be at 1 million subscribers, but that's another conversation for another day. Y'all not ready for that. And so now you see him talking about helmets. You see him talking about pistols. You see him talking about different stuff. If you look, he actually has a headquarters in Utah. And I'll go do a video when I go by there in Utah when it's warm. Not right now, it's cold. He does trainings, right? So I'll just give y'all examples. Let me see if I can pull it up here. 71 million views here. Let me see if I can do this. If I can do it. And we'll see if it'll pull up. All right, so this is Fieldcraft Survival, right? You can go check the stats for how many views it gets a day. That's completely, if you got time today. If you got time, do it. Hold on a second. Let me get it right. Sorry, y'all. Apologize. Make sure I get you the right screen. Okay, so this is Fieldcraft Survival, right? And you can go on here and you can look at the products. You can look on here on the gear. You can look at all this stuff. There is a demographic out there that, the world is in chaos and they're trying to make sense of it. There's a great book about men and women, and like men see chaos and try to craft beauty out of it. Women see chaos and try to craft some kind of order. Both men and women try to like figure out how to craft order out of stuff. But that's another conversation. Long story short, so these events, he's not even sometimes there. He has a bunch of guys who go and do these events for him, right? 2 or 3 guys help me with the training. The training's $500. Then they also can sell stuff when they're there. So you got 500 times 20 people show up. You do the math. Out of those 20 people, and some of these courses are $1,000. Okay, I'm not even trying to play with you. Some of these are $1,000. I can click on some of them if you need me to, but some of them are $1,000. They've got a women's warrior archery thing. I think it's going to be 1,600. So you got, let's say you have 10 women, that's 16,000. Let's say you have 20 women, that's $32,000. Okay, so you could have these kind of events every weekend in multiple cities at one time. So you could have 5 cities doing $30,000 at one time. Small number of events. Y'all think I'm joking? These small 10 to 23 people events. This is where the money is made. Not these big. Let me back out a stadium. Let me 10x the building. This stuff right here. You could have 5 events going on each weekend. Every other weekend, if you really want to be, more organized. Every other weekend there's an event. You're pulling in 120 for that weekend. Times 2, 240. 240 times 10 is 2.4 million. That's just in events. Now, all these people at this event, aren't they going to come back and buy products and services that you have? And we can go through a lot of survival gear, food, clothes, all this stuff. We can go crazy with this today. We can go crazy with this conversation. You're talking about $120 clothes, 60, 80, 50, right? Let's say your average customer in this product, in this game, you've already made the 2.5 million off events. those same customers, let's say, are going to spend another $1,000 to $2,000 with you on gear. And people don't go to training one time. I've been to 3 trainings they've had. They've got medical, survival, self-defense, all kind of stuff. I can go in a rabbit hole for this all day because I love this stuff. But what I want y'all to understand is it's not about the YouTube AdSense. If I can make sense to you, if I could pay a person on my team right now, if I could just hire a young person right now to come in, and literally just craft all day shorts out of the content I already have, clips, TikTok responses. Y'all, the money, you were paying that person $4,000 to work with you a month. You're gonna get 200,000 out of that person. This is why when we talk about, well, why are Crowder and them so upset? Because really the truth is, if they were, and everybody's not the business minded person. Let's be very clear. Some people are creatives that are just meant to come out here and talk and be flashy and goofy, and that's okay. But if you could, you have the mind to know that, hey, I'm a great creator. I need a business minded person beside me. This is where people, can make it. All right. Where, hey, you're the operations manager. And I've already had multiple people pitch me to be CFO, and COO. And I'm like 2 minutes from being like, yeah, this makes sense now. Let's just take a $50K Amex card, run the ads like they want me to, pay the staff and keep it pushing. And let's get our couple millions of dollars out of this thing. Right. Because that's where we are now. That's where we are. Yeah. Budgetnista has a 50. It's more than 50, but I'm going to just go there. I know Jabril. He has the contract with her. He came inside like, nah, I'm not going to come just help you run ads. I'm going to take over half. I'm going to train your people. I'm going to get you right. She has 18 people on staff right now that are in different capacities of part-time, full-time. Jabril's, of course, that big arm to the advertising. And if he, out of her team, made his 4 or 5 mil, how much do you think she made? She also made 4 or 5 mil. So now you're talking about a $9 million team. I could go deep into that. I know those people. Like, this is the funny part. When you start getting up to certain echelons, you start knowing the people and they start being like, well, Ericka, why won't you do this? Why won't you do this? Why won't you take it serious? Why don't you do this? And I was like, oh, I've just been kind of loosey-goosey, They're like, no, stop. You're too old to be loosey-goosey. You need to take it serious. You need to do this. Trust me. I've been sat down many a times and had conversations. I know the math. I know the behind-the-scenes math. Especially when you had Jabril a couple years ago, had an advertising Facebook group that was $475 a month, and there were over 1,000 people in that group. So you do $475 a month times 1,000 people. You do the math just on one Facebook group. You do the math. Okay. So, and that was just his money. So, let me keep it moving. A lot of times what people are going to tell you is, oh, Ericka, it's because Black creators they don't have good lighting. They don't have good content. They're always talking silly stuff. They're doing lives. It's because the Black people don't have good. This is a lie. We know way too many Black people who have great audio, great visual, great camera angles. They doing skits. They doing almost a whole TV show, right? We know they out there. We know they exist. Meet Kev on stage, Christian comedian, more loosey-goosey now. Christian comedian literally put out what was it, $8.99, y'all? Y'all can correct me, maybe like $8.99 for the Kev on stage on the Roku app. Had like 1 million people, 1 million subscribers. So that's $8 million. Then you're talking about him also doing events and shows all around the nation. Then you're also talking about him acting in TV, acting in little gigs. Then you're talking about Angel on stage. That chick Angel, they came together, did a podcast. Podcast brings in, ain't no way it don't bring in less than 100,000 a month. They're reading off the ad spaces. Again, Crowder's complaint was, well, there's 3 to 4 ad spaces per show. Baby, you was going to do 3 to 4 anyway. Like, what are you talking about? Like, the average podcast has 3 to 4 anyway. You want a multi-million-dollar contract? You're going to do 3 to 4 ad podcasts a show anyway. Okay, so this blog, I hope you guys can see this. This is called Financial Samurai. I am getting I'm getting to Crowder some more. Thank you guys for being here. Again, thank you, Antoine Daniels, for the $9.99 super chat. Hey, Ericka, love you. Look, when I come back up to Detroit and I go to the basketball game and go check out my last properties, Anton, let's meet. Let's have dinner. Love what you do. I think you also should be making $1 million a month, but that's another conversation for offline. So anyway, let's keep it moving. Yeah, Country Wayne. Listen, Country Wayne was making $90,000 a month about 7 years ago on Facebook. So you come on, you do the math, y'all. I keep trying to get y'all to understand. Like, and he openly said it. Hey, y'all, I'm making like 90,000 a month, and they were like, off what? This is when you weren't realizing these reels and these videos people were posting were making money. Country Wayne let the cat out of the bag. Yeah, like they pay me like $90,000 a month. This is amazing. That's why when people say, Ericka, oh, I got everybody wants to do YouTube, everyone wants to do Instagram, everyone wants to do Facebook. Nah, you can still make money in multiple of these lanes. You know, this is why people had so much smoke for the Grandma Holla family, where they were like, where did all the money go? Y'all done bought a house. Y'all done bought a car. Y'all talking about y'all need money for the funeral. Y'all open up a GoFundMe for 10K and 47K come in. What's going on? Y'all had to at least bank at least 400,000 off this woman off Facebook. The math is the math. Okay. So the math is the math. You know what I'm saying? But thank you, Antoine, for sure. Courtside, I'll be there. Let me know. I'm gonna wear my Charlotte Hornets jacket though. So just let you know. I don't care what game it is. I'm gonna wear that jacket. So Financial Samurai blog makes $1 million 3 years ago. I know he makes at least $3 million now. Why? We're in certain type of economic times. The sponsorships. Go look this blog. Go look at this blog, y'all. This man, and it might be closer to 5 million. I may be undercutting him, and I apologize if I am. I'm pretty sure he gets close to 5 mil. If you go per blog, look at his information, you'll literally see how many Google ads, you'll literally see how many links he has per article. I'm pretty sure the article links are pretty close to, I say 20 links per article. Trust me, big money's coming out of that. Go check out the Financial Samurai for sure. I want you to go check it out. Another thing, there's a John Diska. If you're in here, definitely put it in the chat. John Diska talked about a medical MD investing blog that they have a podcast and a blog. When John put it up, I went and Googled that guy. It's $800 to advertise on one show of his. $800. That's for the voice. It's $500 for the blog. You go look on his blog. And that's per post, y'all. That's per post, per show. So imagine if I want to be on 30 of your shows, $800 a pop. I just paid you $24,000. All right. Next, on the blog, pay you $500 a slot. Okay. And there's 20 different slot advertisers. You're talking about thousands of dollars times how many blog posts, times how many days, how many months, again. This is why when y'all come in here, Ericka, you got a course that's 2 years old. Does that still work? Baby, everything I'm talking about works. And when I run these ads up like you see in this coming year, and you can't talk to me, you can't get me on live, you can't get me on the phone, y'all gonna be upset. I'm telling you, it's a numbers game. When they showed me the numbers, when you see Grant Cardone is on every freaking ad space you can see. Why? Because all these advertisers fell off. They fell off. Right? I told you the course money was drying up, but it's not just course money. It's that space domination money. Like, you got to go through me to get that space, right? You know, at this point, people partner with Grant Cardone just to be like, here, my face is on the billboard because of the space domination he's doing right now. It's like Dave Ramsey. People go work with Dave Ramsey, and Dave Ramsey going to take all your stuff. Dave Ramsey going to have your book. Dave Ramsey going to have your social media. That dude that went away, do y'all remember the black guy that was cheating and acting a fool and he put him away? He was going to be the guy that replaced Dave Ramsey. So Dave Ramsey could retire in the future, quotation marks. Because he got that good chocolate, dark voice. All them books, he can't even use his name, y'all. He can't even use his own name on social media. He can't even use it. He can't use his name. He can't go speak on stages. Listen, Dave Ramsey got the lock contract. You're going to be locked out for a good 24 months. Go look at the kid that's speaking again now. It's been about 3 years, and he's just now doing all these conferences and speaking on stages. They are making 15 to 20K every time you see them speak on a stage. Every time. every time. Listen, Myron Golden makes $50,000 to speak. Ask me how I know. I know because I was gonna throw a big old conference. I was like, let's do a big old one in Houston. Let me get the big dogs there. It's 50 bands. It's 50 bands off rip. 50 bands off rip. Okay. They tried to give him the cube. Okay. Myron Golden makes $50,000 to speak. So when you see Myron Golden's work, he's getting $50,000 every time. When you see Rebecca Lynn Pope that y'all was making fun of, the dating coach that got on TV before all these other folks got on TV with her husband, she makes $20,000 to speak. Ask me how I know. Several of these people you see, they're making 20 and 30 to show up and speak places. And some of them will bail on the contract. You got to sue them. You got to sue them if they bail on the contract. Ask me how I know. I got called in last minute to go overseas and speak in two people's places because they bailed on a $30K contract. And they're like, well, Ericka, here, we just going to give you a flight and your room. And here's $5,000. I'm like, oh, you smoking crack. You think you're going to give me $5,000 and insult me like that when I know you just paid old boy 30? Come on now. Again, there's a reason I don't do speaking. One, I speak really fast. I get nervous. I'm sweaty. I don't like when I can't control the event. But trust me, I've been paid. I've been flued out internationally and spoke on stage. And people that were paid $30K didn't show up. They had to sue them for their money back. I could tell their business ain't messy like that, but I'm just telling you, that's in the black space. That ain't even in the white space. That's in the black space. Okay. So, all this stuff where we're talking about NIL money for these kids and these football players, that ain't nothing. If these kids have the right, listen, say what you want about Gary Vee. I'm not excited about him at times because I've been there, met him in person multiple times, got multiple photos. If you guys look at my Facebook, I can show you. Gary Vee is in sports media helping these kids get $10K to $20K a month speaking in places and doing appearances. I may not like Gary Vee, but what he's going to do for a lot of these black football players is get them at least $20K in their pocket every month, walking around the country speaking. This is why it's so important for these young black men to be able to speak clearly, speak proficiently. Even if you have that motivational energy, act like you're improving yourself, record yourself speaking to others because they're going to lace y'all with a bag. But you're going to sign one of them contracts. You're going to sign one of them contracts. We got your social media. We got your money. Okay. And why? Because most people want 99% of our country is geared towards a job. We ain't thinking about a business. Oh, I got to put money to marketing. I'm the same, y'all. I'm learning as I go. And I promise you, when they sat me in them rooms, it was offering me contracts. I was like, oh, that might not be that bad. And I had to really read it. Your girl reads. I was like, what is this S? Oh no, I'll be in violation the first month. Just doing random. I'll be in violation. So again, Grant Cardone is doing a lot. But Grant Cardone makes at one point I think he made like $30 million 1 month in sales on courses and books and stuff. Like Grant Cardone hit my account still for $97 for something. I can't even remember what it's for. And I just dropped $4K for some tickets. And I dropped $10K for the mastermind. Like Grant Cardone be hitting you. But you be in the room with people who are literally the best of the best. It'd be crazy. Even an event I'm going to later in the year in June, I really want to speak on stage. I'm going to see if if that contract, that deal works the way it works. I'll talk more about it. If it don't, then I get it. But it'll be in Dallas. It'll be a big stadium, June. If they give me the contract, I'm going to be your girl, going to be up there. Okay. That room of guys, hitters in Dallas, hitters making millions. But again, you have to have enough mindset to go, who is my advertising person? Who's my sponsorship person? Who's my person put me on podcasts? Who's doing my video editing full time? Like I don't think y'all remember this, but I paid Kahari $4,000 to $5,000 a month, plus flew him around the country, plus had him in hotels, plus had him at events, filming me, recording me. She won't cheap. He was 19 years old, 19, 20 years old. Couldn't even get him in some of the places because he won't have enough to drink. So I want y'all to understand, like it's money out here. But if you're a creator and you know you don't have that manager mindset, you need to be going looking for one. They're literally training people at colleges. Mr. Beast is doing a program with East Carolina to train people at colleges how to work with creators. Basically, for you to be the integration. I'm gonna be the creator. I'm gonna be doing me, and you're gonna be integration every day, where you show up at the office and you make sure everybody else is doing what I need them to do. What does that mean? Clips, segments, videos, Instagram crap, all this stuff, all day, right? It's levels to this. But long story short, if y'all get a chance to check out Financial Samurai, go look at what a multi-million dollar blog is. Yeah, pick a lane, dominate in it, do that for sure. White coat investor. I apologize if y'all saw it wrong. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone thinks big money people are not lazy. Some of them are lazy and we're like, oh yes. Oh yes. They are. Sherry, like I really hate to say it. They're going from one buying contract to the next. They really are. Grant hooked up with TD Jakes. TD Jakes is trying to retire from the church, y'all. Go watch him. He's putting his daughters up there. He putting other people. He training them up. He doing more books. He doing more shows. He's like he getting up out of there. Y'all gonna pay attention in a minute and see it. Destroying. Yes, he's getting multiple bags. Multiple bags. Multiple. 4-person team is essential. Listen. I get black people upset with Stormy, but if Stormy can get her stuff together and shut up a little bit, oh girl gonna be hella paid. Hella paid. There's just levels to this. Okay, let me show y'all another page because I mean I know I'm getting behind schedule. I apologize. But this is like if I could get y'all to understand this, that you ain't got to worry about course sales. Somebody's selling courses. You ain't got to worry about that. Now let me show you 2013 because I really started this out trying to show you something from 2013, and this is where a lot of this is where it started being transparent. And I've been a long time follower of Glenn Beck, long time. But just for the game, I listen to what he says, but mostly for the game. Okay. So this is 2013. Grant Cardone was making The Blaze when it first came out, was making 35 million to 45 million in revenue. And The Blaze won't even doing a big hit. It won't even a big dent. It listen, I'm put it this way. His radio and speaking tours brought him in 80 million annually. Let me say that again. The Blaze itself, the channel, the platform, the podcast, it was doing 35 to 45 million. But him himself, the speaking tours, the TV, the radio, the everything was doing 80 million annually. This is 2013, y'all. 2013. This is when it started getting my attention. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, it ain't gonna give me the rest. I'm not signing in. I ain't signing for none of this. We go to the next one. Hold on. I got another one. When these articles want to play, I got another one. Hold on, I got another one. If you like the content, hit the like button. Support the channel. Support the channel. Hit the one button. Hit the like button. Okay, so this right here is another one. You can look at Business Insider. How does Glenn Beck make 32 million a year? And this is 2010. See, we went 2013 where he stepped out on his own and created The Blaze, hiring a bunch of random folks, put a bunch of people out there speaking to him. Okay, if you want to look up a woman that makes millions but is low radar right now, Dana Loesch out of Dallas, but that's a whole nother conversation. So this is 2010. Let's even go back further. He was making 32 million a year. How does he make? And that was 2009 actually. The article is 2010 because it was a little bit of delay in knowing people's business. Okay, so let's go here. Let's do the math. This is 2009, y'all. Y'all, the money's been out here, but let's just go. $12 million from book sales, Simon and Schuster co-venture, which was actually reserved for authors to the level of Stephen King. Just so y'all know, $50 million, a 5-year contract with premier radio networks that netted 10 million last year. It's the number 3 most listened to show in America. So that's just the radio. That's just 50 million contract for 5 years for his radio. Number 4 million for his website, which brings in revenues from ads, Insider Paid Edition, which is $54 per year. Let's just pay 55. So you got 55 people, $55. Let me just do simple math here. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it real simple. Maybe do it like this for y'all, because I know people be trying to count, and I'm just trying to explain to y'all. 54 95 a year times, let's say 1 million people. That's $54 million. So you're like, Ericka, that's a million people. Now let me break it down to if I just had 10,000 people. That's still $500,000 to do a blog, to have a website. All right. Let me say I go back to 100,000. 100,000 people, that's $5.4 million. So 100,000 people supporting your website go bring you $5 million a year. But that requires what? Somebody to what? Be on top of the what? Website team of people you're working with. I hope y'all get what I'm saying here. I hope you get what I'm saying. All right, now let me keep going. 3 million in speaking fees, which includes his bold, fresh tour with Bill O'Reilly. Remember Bill O'Reilly? Glad Beck passed him. $2 million from his Fox contract. His smallest thing was his contract with Fox, y'all. That was his smallest thing. This is why people used to want to be on TV because they pay you crumbs to be on TV, but you were on TV. All right, 2 million from his Fox contract, 1 million from his Fusion magazine. That's 32 million right there. That's 32 million right there, y'all. So this is 2009. Okay, this is 2009. Do y'all understand when you see some of these smaller channels and y'all be talking crazy to them and like you're just selling courses and stuff, that they laugh in your face because it's not the courses, it's so many other things. Let me show y'all another one, and this one's off already. I know this off about 2 million, but I'm gonna just do it for sake of conversation. Do it for sake of conversation. Let me see. And again, I said if you guys are liking the show, hit the one, hit the one. Not asking for a lot. Get the likes up. Likes are free. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Okay, here's Jordan Peterson. This is saying Jordan Peterson make 8 million. Anytime you go on these websites and they're like wealthy gorilla, he makes this much. He makes double that. If not double, at least 10 mil a year. Okay, they're talking about net worth, but let's just really roll with it. Okay, Jordan Peterson. Let's roll down here. Let me put it like this. His daughter, off the fame of her daddy, is making 100K off a podcast a month. So what do you think he's making? Okay, let's try that again. So now they're going to come down here and it's going to talk about, as of this year, his YouTube channel has 4.3 million subscribers. Okay. As of January 2023, his net worth is roughly $8 million. Let me assure you, if someone has a 4 million user subscribers YouTube, even if he doesn't get all the engagement, YouTube doesn't notify everybody and it's not told everywhere where he's always going live or he put up a new video, the engagement from the sponsors are going to put 4 mil in his pocket easy. Oh, you having a book tour? Let us be your sponsor. Oh, you're going to speak at this school? Let us be your sponsor. Oh, you're going to give gifts or something out? You're going to speak somewhere? Here, put this coffee mug in front of you. I assure you, Jordan Peterson is making 8+ mil a year. His daughter's making 100 to 150,000 from subscribers and sponsors of her podcast, and it's just his daughter that you'd be like, what? She's just using red pill male talking points, and she's gonna get the money, y'all. She's gonna get it. She's going to get it. Let me see if I pull this link up. 8 point. Let me get here. Because I know we did a whole show. We did, the whole show was about to be Crowder. And I kind of talked about a lot of stuff. But I really find that people who are watching this channel usually are thinkers. They're thinkers. If they're not thinkers, they're already gone off the channel. Or they're inquisitive, want to think about it. There you go. I've carved out an electrical niche in my local market where I literally have no competition. I've decided something similar in the digital space and we'll be going for. There you go. Congratulations, Terry the electrician. The next 2 to 5 years, there are going to be so many men who need work and will be like, oh, I'm going to go do some blue collar, right? Let's just go here. Stormy invested $5 million into Grant's fund. That's how she got on stage and close to Grant. Yes. And Grant wants all the dollars, black, brown, Asian, everybody's dollars. Again. All right. I just want y'all to understand what I'm trying to get you to see here. Okay. Look, I know somebody making 28,000 a month offering a business course in their channel. Isn't that big? Get crazy. This is the stuff I'm trying to tell. I'm trying to tell y'all, like off of clicks alone. Uh, there's several people I know right now making 30K, and you see their YouTube channel, you're like, that's not even a big channel. Look, Ty City in here. I ain't gonna tell Ty City business, but again, you do a subscription based model, and you can pull, let's just say, 1,000 subscribers. I've done this again. I've done this multiple times. I showed you Nick Bear. He had a workout app, $14.99 a month. He has 1 million subscribers. Even if less than 1%, let's just say 100,000 people signed up to the app times $14. You guys do the math. I'll do it for you. $14.99 a month for the app, right? 100,000 people. That's $1.5 million a month to run an app, a fitness app. You think you got enough energy to film fitness workouts for your app if you're gonna make 1.5 million a month off of it? Not even talking about the fact that he's got a $40 million supplement company that I was literally there. Not even, what's 2017? Whatever many years 2017 was. 2017, going to a small gym where they're making 50,000 a month. Then all of a sudden they're making 100,000. Then the gym starts they have to get rid of the gym. It's too much. So now they're making 1 million a month. Now they're in grocery stores. Now they're in overseas. You know what I'm saying? Like people complaining about YouTube not paying them. And I have a whole video where I was kind of ranting and I laughed and like I haven't posted it, but I'll post it. But I want y'all to understand that YouTube AdSense check, like all these people trying to sell you on the YouTube automation stuff. Like, yeah, just put together these crappy videos and get some check. Good luck. Because that's not the money. It's not the money. All right? It's not the money. So again, yeah, John Disca, you already know. Okay, let me pull this up. We're 51 minutes in. We're finally getting to video. I know y'all like this girl crazy, but I get it. I mean, I work the way I want to work because that's what I can do. Okay. Listen, right here, Orlando, tell them. People really don't know. Just because you're a small channel doesn't mean you don't make a lot. You have to treat this like a business. And this is where when many people say, well, black creators, bad lighting and bad audio. No, they just don't know how to run the thing. They just don't know how to structure it right. I remember this guy telling me, he's a poor righteous teacher. No, you're choosing to be a poor righteous teacher. You're choosing to not be monetized. You're choosing not to have a space or email list. If I ask you right now, what's your email list? I go to bank, hey, what's your email list? Which they don't care like that, but they're like, oh, you have, how many subscribers do you have? What's your contracts? What are your net 30s? What's your subscription based model? They're starting to catch on too. And I ain't got to play with banks. I can just go to Stripe. Hey, Stripe, I just ran 40K through y'all this month. What can I do? Well, here's a 40K loan. We're going to take 20%. Okay, every new sale you make. Okay, cool. Thanks. Take that 40 and go do some other stuff. Take that 40 and go market your business. Take that 40 and go run $10,000 in ads every month for the next 3 months. There's levels to this. There's levels to this. Even if you're a contractor, you're in my classes. I'm talking about you literally have plastique who've niched themselves for construction. Okay. So these young people, when somebody says, I want to do YouTube, and adults be laughing, I laugh with the adults because they're goofy. These young people can really come on YouTube and in no time make 10, 20K a month. Because these companies see them like, oh, wait, another young person. See, Jake and Logan Paul, y'all laugh at them all the time because they're goofy. They are. But his brother is a mastermind genius. He has about 20 to 30 channels that he created, right? That he created personalities. He just found other young Hispanic, black, white people doing the same goofy stuff he was doing, right? And he built their channels up all to 1 million, and he gets a piece of that. So now when a sponsor comes and wants to talk to them, okay, when a sponsor wants to come and talk to them, right? They come over here and, oh my God, hey, what's up? Oh, you got to talk to me in all 30 of my channels. What deal can you make me with all 30 of these channels? Because you can be all of our sponsors. So now the company can't come to Jake and Logan Paul goofy like, well, I guess we're gonna offer you like $50,000. No, you can't. I got 30 channels. What you gonna offer? Okay, now we're gonna have to offer you 10 mil, 12 mil. These kids are holding up drinks and holding up crap and holding up cards and talking about cryptocurrency. Why do you think these cryptocurrencies blew up like that? They're out here paying these kids a meal. They're going to be on multiple channels. And so it seems like all the creators that you like to watch in a sphere are all talking about the same thing at the same time. Right? Christian Guzman out of Houston built up not only clothing, Alpha Elite, then built the giantest gym ever. Took him forever to build it. He's burnt out. He's running on fumes. He's making at least 12 million plus a year. You see, Goofy Meat Kevin had to pay $11 million in taxes to California. So you do the math. He had to pay 11 million. It means he made close to 30 to 40 million off YouTube. And that's sponsorships, that's ads, that's Google AdSense, that's courses. You see him talk about his courses now more. Okay? I've broke this down to y'all, how people will pay to be on multiple. I can go right now, and I've taught this in my class. I've taught this in my classes, y'all. If I want it to be a hot in the streets, right? I would go pay 100 promo pages to post the same thing. Then I'd go find 100 of these little raggedy blogs and pay them to post me. And I would blow up in a space, and I would get those people traffic back over, right? Back over to my platform, because they want to know who this person is they see in everywhere for a month. This has happened multiple times. Y'all seen this play out. Now I get the people over there. I get them on my email list. It worked, right? I showed y'all Jay Waller. He's a friend of Andrew Tate. He's charging like $147 for his email list, right? His newsletter where they're meeting and stuff. $147 times 1,000 people. You do the math, right? Prime example, Aristotle Investments. No disrespect. Dude teaches stocks, has a stock. He started out as a military guy showing you stocks, and then was in the Lambo, in the big house, right? He showed the game for free. He's like, yo, I pay for 1 million views a week off Instagram. 75% of the views are paid for. I'm showing y'all what I do. I'm going to keep the traffic. You're going to give me my views. And this is why people pay. You're going to give me my views. You're going to give me my numbers, because I know the numbers. If I had 100,000 views every video, y'all, I know I would make an easy meal a month off my channel. Easy. And Ericka, you're bragging. I'm telling you. I've sat here and watched people ball up and put together a course and charge $7,000. The course not even done. Sell it to good 500 people out of the gate for $7K, 3.5 mil, go on about their life. But y'all not ready for that. Y'all want to do reaction videos and goof off all day. But it's cool. Let me go ahead and show you this Rolando Ricardo video. You know what I mean? They're not ready. That's why these agencies can come with these terrible contracts and y'all have no problem. There you go. Exactly. Creator houses. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. Listen, Tanya, this is what I know. All the stuff I've talked about on YouTube, y'all could bag half this stuff up I'm talking about and make money off of it. That's why I'm gonna take a lot of it down and put it behind the paywall. I already know it. I've already given the game free. That's why when somebody comes on channel, oh, you're just rambling. You're just talking crazy. I'm like, no, you're silly, and you don't have enough attention span as an adult to listen to me talk for 10 minutes, set something up for you, and give you the play. You're not gonna make it, baby. Go get a job. You're not going to make it. I'm not going to lie to you. If you can't focus for 10, 20 minutes on some of these videos where I'm doing long, in-depth concepts, you're not going to make it. So go ahead and go back and get a job and get serious. That's how they can go send these contracts out that are terrible to y'all, because you can't even focus for 10 minutes. That's how these people get robbed, because they can't focus for 10 minutes. They don't know where their money goes. They don't know how to invest. They don't know any of these things. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. All right, let me go ahead and show you this Rolando Ricardo stuff, because this is really what this whole show has been about.
Let me go through this. Effectively, full ownership of all your social media platforms, channels, in perpetuity, the rights to your content, name, image, likeness, even the ones that you've built. Don't sign contracts out there that include multi-million-dollar penalties for different. Let me read you an example of what I mean. and this would be if it was me, if Crowder fails to deliver a monthly content in any month or any of the quarterly content in the corner, including any and all ad reads, and by the way, all these contracts came with 3, 4, 5 ad reads per show, which would fundamentally change what this show is. Got to get those dollar bills. So I failed to do that. It would be a $250,000 reduction in fee per quarter.
Okay, so first, let's pause. Pause. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the comments, you can hear me. If I have to sell you my email list and my likeness and my image in perpetuity, that means I can never come back out again. Okay, everybody knows the story of Famous Amos. He can never be Famous Amos on another package his rest of his life. This is why Famous Amos lives pretty poorly. I think he's still alive, but every time they do a story, they go, this is the trademark learning example. Famous Amos, Rocky is also an example. Rocky does not own not even 1% of Rocky. He owned the original producer rights, that first creator big fat check he got, but he owns nothing of the Rocky franchises. We did a whole show on this. You never sell it. So when that happened with him and Rocky, that's why he went to Rambo and he made every single show named Rambo, because he owned the content of Rambo and he owned the rights for that. But he owns nothing of the Rocky franchise. So they can do whatever they want with the Rocky franchise forever, in perpetuity. Forever. And he talks about how bad the deal was. Sorry, it's over. Sorry. Okay. So if this is already telling you, if you miss one show, I'm going to ding you $250,000. So what does that mean? That means every show you have is worth $250,000. Now the contract is for 190 shows, right? 190 shows times 250,000. That means you're worth $47 million. If I can ding you per show $250,000 and I want 190 shows from you, that means you're worth $47 million. Now, Tyler Perry tried to play us over at InvestFest and say, oh, we heard you're doing a thing with BET for $10 million. Yeah, for $10 million for 190 shows. Tyler Perry laughed so hard. He's like, oh, that's what y'all heard? 10 mil, huh? That's a $50 million deal Tyler Perry's doing with BET. BET to get 300, and really I think it's closer to 300 shows. 300 like individual shows or whatever, some like number. 300 shows out of Tyler Perry in 1 year, over like a 2-year mark or something to that effect. Y'all never gonna see Baby Boy again. Right? That's a $50 million deal. BET know exactly what it's doing. Oh, y'all was tired of Baby Boy? Don't worry, we're gonna give y'all Tyler Perry till you throw up content for the next 20 years. Good luck. Again, you have to know how much you're worth. Last year on YouTube, I did 10 million in financing just from YouTube, and it doubles every year. That's just from one stream. Again, Orlando Minor. Again, if you go back and look at Matt, the mortgage guy, he paid, and he tells this is honest, open, honest. They can't do nothing about DJ Envy. They can't beat him up or anything about it. He paid DJ Envy $20K. DJ Envy was like, yo, go check out Matt, the mortgage guy in New York. Said it for like, I think 3 months or 2 months. This wasn't an official sponsor dip deal. This was a $20K off to the side deal. So it wasn't even on the roster for Breakfast Club. So you do the math on that, right? So he ran around saying, go check out my boy Matt, the mortgage guy, right? If you don't think that made Matt, the mortgage guy, at least a good 10 mil and mortgage signing, good luck. New York, Breakfast Club, radio. I didn't even know Breakfast Club. That's how many little silos there are out here. I didn't even know what the Breakfast Club was until Dame Dash got on. I'm like, what is this channel? This is amazing. So you can come out here and do a whole 250,000 views per video, and I still won't know who you are. Other people won't know who you are, and you will make millions of dollars. Let's keep it pushing. Oh man, listen, you got it. Listen, John, you can do whatever. Never sell anything in perpetuity. Never. Now that I've heard Roderick, yeah, it's insulting. So he literally thought, y'all joking, right? Yeah, the Rocky movies play on forever. He owns nothing, nothing in the deal of Rocky. He's still crying to this day. It's not even about like L Cool J. They don't even have to put him in nothing. Nobody knew, but his attorney did. His attorney gave him bad advice. His attorney was like, "Oh, you want 1%? What you want me to go back in there and fight for you to get 5, 10% of this movie? We just fought for you to get the rights on this and for you to be in the movie." His attorney gave him bad advice, and he basically said this Jewish attorney did him wrong. That's basically what he said, and the nicest way he could say it is this Jewish attorney talked to his Jewish friends and did me dirty. That's what he said. Y'all can go read it yourself. Read it yourself. Tyler Perry knows how to negotiate. Never ever sell. Talk to a financial person first. See if it makes sense. You should probably hold on to your stuff. Listen, again, that's what it was for me. I was in a crunch. I was like, I can just sell all this. I don't care no more. I want to go do something different. And I started listening to these people talk to me, and I started reading these contracts. Y'all, when I read this stuff, I said, oh no. If you're about to pay me $3 million, I'm worth 30. Oh, I know I am. Okay. Then when I had a company go, oh, we're gonna pay you this money, Ericka, and then you can keep working for us and keep producing content. We're gonna get you a studio. We're gonna do all this stuff for you, and we're gonna pay you this much a month. I said, if you're gonna pay me $100K a month, basically to read the financial news, I'm worth $1 million a month. If you're gonna pay me 100 off rip, and I just gotta do some photo shoots, I gotta do this, I'm worth more than that a month. I know I am. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna just take over your social media. We're gonna scrub all this stuff. We're gonna scrub off some of this old stuff. And I'm like, see, this deal already sound funny. Why are you gonna pay me 100K a month? Okay, and I do photo shoots. I just show up. I'm basically reading. Okay, that sounds something about that sounds not right. Oh yeah, Eric, you can keep still doing what you love. We'll just own all your shit. Yeah, something about that don't sound right. See, but some people are so greedy out here and they so hungry for the money. They be like, Ericka, 100K a month, take it, girl, just take it. You can be free and do this. And I be listening. I'm like, if they willing to give me 100, what they making? That's my immediate thought. If they're gonna pay me 100 a month to go to a studio here in Austin and do all this stuff and appear on, again, I already told y'all what happened earlier last year. 3 TV shows, 3 different news, different channels was offering me to come on. The executive producer calls me, yeah, you can come do this. And I said, wait a minute. What else I got to do for that though? Well, we're going to control your social media and your stuff. And you're going to be on this island for 3 months doing this TV show. It'll be great. Nah, I'm good. You basically going to have all my stuff. Okay, nah, I'm good. Oh yeah, you can come do this TV show, and what we're gonna do is you're gonna do this, and if the contract's for 18 months, and you got to do this. Wait a minute, what? 18-month contract? What am I doing for 18 months? Well, as long as we need you to appear on channels and do this for the show and do that for the show and do H stuff for HGTV, it's forever. Basically, whenever we want you to do something, you're gonna do it. Y'all got to read these contracts. You gotta read them. You gotta read them. I'm gonna just tell y'all, everybody that's on TV, I'll be like, well, good luck. Oh, honey, Candace Owens don't own her name. Candace Owens don't own her name. She married. If you notice, Candace Owens started introducing herself by her married name once or 2 times. Don't worry. Ice Cube sold the rights to Friday for show. For show. For show. They need the money. Alfred Master P $1 million out the gate, and he won't even big yet. So again, if someone's offering you that out the gate, what does that mean? Okay, think about it. It's basically 360 deals on YouTube. Y'all think I'm joking? There are people making videos don't even want to do it. I did that video a while ago, showed y'all where that company paid that woman $35 million. I said, if they're willing to pay you $35 million, why? She had 1 million subscribers on multiple platforms. She had 3 channels with 1 million each. Think about that, y'all. Basically, they're 360 deals. That's what they are. And now you're out here making these videos. You don't even want to make them. And here's the problem. The problem with this is a conservative group who's saying they're fighting against the liberal media. They're fighting against the man. And so you're all hyped up and then realize it's no different. It's no different. Right? Right? This is what it is. It's no different. Again, somebody has to set aside the Lambo money. And no one wants to do that. Somebody has to be in control. Someone has to be your COO. And if you're a creator, you're tired, you're trying to create great content, you ain't got time to be your COO at the same time to do all this stuff. So you got to hire somebody to be your COO. Hopefully they don't rip you off. Then if you're smart, you'll also get someone to be your CFO, which is your financial officer. And then if you're really smart, the CFO, COO, the operations manager, they work together. See, already by then, if you're a creator and you just want to come on here and talk about women and act stupid, you don't want to spend this time hiring staff. You don't want to spend this time really making this a business. You don't really want to do this because you love this and you want millions of people to be educated about financial opportunities, and you're tired of seeing minorities suffer when they could be doing better. Right? Yeah. They were going to give him $100 million so he could expand his channel past the $5 million he already got. And then they was gonna pay him 50. So y'all already know, if I'm gonna drop $100 million on your channel, what are you really worth? What are you really worth? What's the real number? What's the real number? If I'm willing to give you, $100 million to span your platform and give you 50, come on, y'all. All right, let me go ahead and play this rest of this video.
If, let's say, we did do everything per quarter, but annually maybe miss something, like let's say we went and did a Change My Mind instead of a daily show, which of course requires a lot more work, there'd be a separate $1 million penalty for that if you miss a single piece of content. And the amount of content required is not in line with, frankly, it's worse than Disney, it's worse than ABC, it's worse than NBC, it's worse than CBS. This is ownership of you and everything that you do. But here's, just to drive it home, don't sign something that has another $100,000 daily penalty. If it's not signed off on beforehand. You get
if you don't ask me, if I don't run it by you first to do what I want to do, it's $100K penalty. $100K penalty. Let me tell you something. If I don't go over here, if I don't say, hey, today, Ericka, I'm gonna talk about this real quick offhand. Oh, nah, baby, that's $100K penalty. That's $100K penalty. Stephen been he's been gone so long, independent. This deal was disrespectful. It was hella disrespectful. He doesn't. Again. Shapiro ain't playing with none of them. Oh yes, self-made. You can find countless videos on this. You can go find countless videos. Yeah. And listen, I was one of the people that made fun of Monique, and I stand by making fun of Monique. You know why? Because Monique want to play the game. The game is you get your own film crew. You pay them that $50K to film you at 2 comedian shows. They edit it together, and then they sell it to Netflix for $3 million. So you telling me Monique is not in a position to have $50K and fill up a room in her own community, a community comedy show? Nah, man, get out of here with that. I still will dog Monique every day for that, because this is the game. She could have called anybody and been like, hey, do you have a film editor crew that's going to be worth, $50K? Can I get $50K out of them in work and editing? This is what Coy Joy has done. Joy Coy has over 7 shows on Netflix, all produced by him, paid by him, and put out there. Again, he's a Filipino comedian that nobody put him on nothing. Film it yourself. Film it yourself. Okay. Again, Candace contract might be better than that, but she had just got put out of that other Republican group, so she was right on the cusp. Just watch Ben Mahler's contract content. He is a video person filming him, and it feels like a real chick. Yeah, exactly. He is. He's making a ton of money. This is literally just a alley-oop up. Monique could have borrowed the money. She could have called Dave Chappelle, any of these people in Hollywood. Look, man, I'll give you 10%. I'll give you 10% if you just help me pay for this film crew so I can turn around and sell this shit to Netflix for $3 million. Do y'all know how many of them little red box movies you saw? There was Ghetto, like the Tubi movies from Detroit and Atlanta. Those people were making bank selling their films to Netflix for $1 million. And then they would come back and pay everybody out. Here's your 20K. Here's your 20K. Here's your for acting in the film. Here's your 5K. This has been going on. That's why when y'all talk about there's not that much money in the marketplace and these people are selling courses, man, courses ain't even this. Meet Kevin sells courses for $1,000. Okay. And he started out with those being $149. Now they're $1,000. Okay. I hope y'all are getting what I'm trying to. The reason I get so angry about African American Latino people getting crumbs off social media is because the money is out here, and that because our community is in total, let's just be honest, so poor, and on average making under 30,000 a year, that they think, hey, if I get this chick $100K a month, she ought to be just grateful, happy, right? There's a person I know right now made $40 million off their course sales. But it won't just the course sales. It was the speaking. It was the travel. It was everything. They're an angel investor now. Listen, if y'all don't understand what I'm saying, yesterday I bought on, or was it 2 days ago? I bought on Andreas. He's a realtor. He's 26 years old. He put $1,000 down to get a brand new construction home. Renting the other rooms out, the house appreciated $100,000. That's very common in the past couple of years here in America. He took $120K home equity line, okay, and he's a hard money lender now. See, if you want to come out here and be like, I want to be a real estate agent, you need to own something. This is why every creator you saw that already owned a house during the pandemic, they weren't worried. They built the studio in their house. They lived well. It's an ownership game right now. It's an ownership game. Y'all really not really ready to hear that part. Right? Y'all not. You're not really ready to hear it. Okay? Yeah, Monique was too worried about bonnets all damn day. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the blueprint. I'm telling you. Monique didn't the numbers like ever she could put together her own production for sell it over and over again. Film Me Yourself sounds like Damon. Yeah. Yes. All of them. Right now, I can hire a kid full time. I know I can do it right now for $4K a month. They get paid $1,000 every week on Friday. Make them feel good. Make sure they got the best camera equipment. Their job is literally to film me X amount of hours a week. And then the rest of the time they need to be editing. And then on top of that, they need to also be chopping up clips. It's a full-time job. They're going to get $50K. Now, if you tell them, hey, if this really pops off, this does well, not only am I going to have you traveling around the world with me and pay for your flights and pay for your hotel, I'm also going to give you incremental bonuses. Or as you can notice, some of these people with these podcast shows, I'm going to give you portions of the show. That's what it is. Monique could have did a ton of stuff. Exactly. Candace's husband is worth money. This is what Cat Williams does. Rafi from Country Wayne is on BMF. Country Wayne, again, I will say this again because new people are coming in. It's 330 people here. Country Wayne was making $90,000 a month off Facebook 7 years ago. Go back and look this up. You can go find the clip from Breakfast Club. And he was talking, and Charlamagne just looked at him like, what? Charlamagne, it's like Charlamagne between the Dame Dash interview and that Country Wayne interview was like, oh, I'm done. I'm up out of here. There you go. I heard a story of a black film company that made a movie for $1 million and had profit each film. Yeah. Exactly. Anybody can pitch. Exactly. Andrew Scott skipped Netflix altogether. Y'all pay it. Listen, y'all know. Monique didn't have the numbers to back up the demand she made. She would have been self-financed her own film. Yeah, Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, all of them have made millions of dollars off this, but she want to do it different. Joe Coy definitely does it. Right? Let me take this. I'm gonna finish with this talking about real quick because I know I'm going way over. I apologize, but
you get hit by a car, you have a sick day, you could lose $100,000 a day. Hey, anyone wonder why there's burnout in this? Anyone wonder why you have kids come up and they leave? They're never to come back? You think if you had that kind of a penalty, you think if someone said, hey, we're going to penalize you $10,000 every day you miss coming into work, you think you'd be stressed? This is worse than the left frames their contracts. Again, of course I didn't sign any of these things. But I now know what other kids are signing out there. And here's the worst part. Yeah, that's terrible. I think it's, I just think that's wrong to treat people that way. But this is where in going through this, and I needed to take some time because, look, I've always tried to be a happy warrior, and I want to go back to that. I haven't been happy for a while. To be really, I haven't been happy for a while because when you know what goes on behind these scenes, and you see how many people are complicit, it creates an air of hopelessness. It really does. Where you think the people who are supposed to be linking arms and fighting with you, fighting for you, want to punish you. So here's the worst part. Do not, kids, under any circumstances, sign a contract with people who claim to be conservative, but will penalize you 25% for any demonetization or sponsor boycott. Look, let me read this to you. If any of the major platforms, oh no, sorry, that's the second one. Let me go back to the first one. There's another 20%. It's 45% if you get a content strike. Let's start with the demonetization. If blank is boycotted or dropped by more than 50% of the advertising partners, the company is not able to replace them within 90 days, the fee will be reduced by 25%. That's a sponsorship boycott. So that's saying, hey, liberals, boycotts work. They work on our guys. We'll punish them for you. Let me go on.
I just, hold on.
Guidelines pretty much read, don't say anything offensive ever. Well, what's offensive? Whatever is stuck in Susan Wojcicki's craw that day. I wish those at the top in big conservative, with, granted, yeah, a lot of the money, wanted to do better, but they don't. That's why I've created stopbigcon.com, and you can be a
I love it. I love it. I know this website probably almost crashed when he named it. Stopbigcon.com. Stopbigcon.com. Again, this is why financial literacy in schools and parents are so important. This is why financial stability is so important. This is why reinventing yourself, investing in yourself is so important. I literally just got an offer to go to something for $3,000. It basically was a mastermind, and it was going to be 100 people there, and it was going to break into smaller groups. And I was like doing the math, 3,000 times 100 people. Who is this guy? So the guy ain't even that famous, but he sold a company for $500 million. And so you're in the room with hitters. I already showed you inside my class where someone's charging $3,000 a month for their inner circle. If they just have 100 people in their inner circle for $3,000 a month, what do you think that is? And this is an enlightenment space. This is a, think better space. Get your mind together. There's a couple here in Austin. A beautiful couple. It's like $2,000 a month to join their inner circle. $2,000 for the year, right? For the year, for like 6 months or something. 2,000 times 100 families. What do you think that is? And then they have other little. So basically, they spend their week coaching and talking to people. That's why people try to insult me, like, "Oh, you're just a coach. You're just a talker on the internet." I'm like, baby, you don't understand the levels, right? You don't understand the levels of what's going on, right? So anyway, I hope this was educational. I hope this made sense to y'all. I'm not even gonna keep going crazy through all this because I could do this for 2-3 hours and go crazy, but I'm not. I want you to understand that when people like the Real Estate Trapper talks about making his channel make $30K a month, when you hear about different people in this space saying they make $50K a month, and people are like, "Oh, you're a liar. It's courses. You're a liar," and I just laugh because I know the prices people are paying too low for prices. Again, there are people in this YouTube who have stock classes and stock groups, like trading groups, like Ian from Earn Your Leisure. I think it's like $40K to be in some inner circle group of his. Okay, if your thing is $40K, I only need 10 of y'all. Shit, 50 of y'all. I'm good. $2 million a year, just off my little group of inner group. That's it. Again, I'm working on a $27 a month offer that will lead to a $3K coaching program. There you go. You know how many young people are going to come into electrician and blue collar trades and need help? Countless. No. Okay, it's not about the courses. That's what you're missing. You just need the video numbers to hit 100K, and then sponsors from all over. If you just have a full time, if I just hire a girl right now for 3,000 a month, and all I need her to do every day, all day, is go find me every single little sponsor. There is a website. There's a YouTube group, a channel called Austin Flipsters. You watch them; it's almost HGTV level show. It's because they literally get 150,000 every time to do the show. And they're just following themselves around flipping, but they literally have a full-time person. All they do is go get the sponsors. And then I can just do a small mastermind. Again, think about this, Kay. Think about this, Kay. A lot of people talk about the courses and the merge. Listen, think about this. If I teach you how to clean your credit for like, $50, $100, I help you get 100K in funding, and then I put on a 10K mastermind. You come to the 10K mastermind, and then I show you where I have friends that are investors. Again, it's a whole funnel. Okay. Again, there's this sea of people who are, again, 34% of homes are making 100K a year, households. Everybody's not broke out here. It's 75 million Americans making $30,000 a year or less. That's fine. We're not talking to them. We're talking to the other 200 million Americans. We're not even talking to them. This is why I keep talking about, like, course sales in general went down. But what you will see if you're in any of my classes, and I keep telling y'all, pay attention, you'll see the in-person masterminds and the events go up for about $3 grand, $3 to $5 grand. You'll see it. So if I got an event for $3 to $5 grand and 10 of y'all come, that's a 50K event. I can do those every other month. Right? Let's say I do 10 a year. That's half of again, y'all. Let's do the math. Let's do the math. Because again, if I'm working to get you what? Credit, funding, business credit cards. You know, people, prime example, I was talking about the mastermind I went to in 2019. Everybody from there, uber successful. But let's go here. They taught you how to get 100K in funding. Majority of the people in that thing, out of the 500, had no clue. And there wasn't 500 mastermind. It was like less than 75. It was like 55 people total. I can look back at the photo and tell you about 55. Let's just do the math. I get 500 dudes and dudettes and girls, 100K in funding. They don't know what to do with it. Oh, I have this real estate thing over here. You can throw 100K in. Everybody might not do it, but you're going to get a good significant. Let's say I'm gonna do math on the calculator because my brain's going down at this point. Let's say I'm getting all these people 100K, and I say, man, you want to come put your 50K with me for 6 months? 50K times 100 people out of the group. That's $5 million. It just leads to other things. And so I want you to understand, course sales is never the end all be all. Coaching groups are never the end all be all. The people who are not taking courses to help them make another, if you're out here taking courses and it has not help you make an additional $10,000 to $20,000 a year in your income, you're taking the wrong courses. Vanessa Liu, there you go. Just created a mastermind that costs $25,000 annually. Yes, y'all, this is very common because here's what you're going to learn out here. And this is on both sides of this conversation. There's a sea of people doing nothing. Bumper car people doing nothing with their life, with their day, with their time. Now you're a person, you started reading books, you start educating yourself, you get a little bit out of it. You're like, damn, it's dumb out here. I got to get in a better room. And you just happen to bump across one of these masterminds. Okay, for $2,000, for $1,800 a month, I'm gonna get to be in a room with like-minded people. I'm gonna get to go to events yearly, annually, maybe 2, 3, 4 times a year, and hang around different people. And in that space, you're going to get them every time. So let's say you have a $25,000 mastermind annual, right? And you get 1,000, just 1,000 people. That's it. Just 1,000. I know that sounds like a lot of people, but it's not. 1,000 people, and they're in your circle. They're in this mastermind. That's $25 million. You don't think you can put on a great event here or there, be like, hey, y'all, we're going to meet in Las Vegas next month, and a bunch of y'all can come. Like, 100 of y'all can come. And I'm going to do this every other month. Right? Do you see it? She's giving you true steps. You can see it in what she's doing in trucking, building houses, international and domestic. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So again, I just want you, yeah, the wellness space is a gold mine. There's a woman I just bought some tea from for $90. And she was sold out for the month. I was like, wait a minute, you sold out? She's like, oh yeah, we sold out like a lot. Our limit is 1,000 a month. And I just sat there for a minute. I said, wait a minute, this tea is $90. And it's sold out. Okay, so you make 90,000 a month off tea? Women's wellness tea? You know what time it is, y'all. January to April, you know what time it is, okay? It's that New Year, me time. So let's say old girl for the next 4 months makes $90,000 a month selling tea. And that's just one of her teas. She's got 4 of them. $90,000 time the next 4 months. That's $320,000. You don't think old girl can survive through the rest of the year? Just chill, travel, put her money together for ads or advertising. Again, y'all, you don't even need that many people. You need that many people. You don't need that many people. But you do need the eyes. You do need the eyes because the conversion rates are low. So if I had 100,000 people watch my video and just 10% are like, yes, I want this, Ericka. That's where the difference comes from. That's why people are angry with YouTube. You won't let me get my views, right? That's what people mean, right? When they're upset with YouTube, they're not upset that they can't put stuff up here for free. They're not upset. They're mad because they can't get 100,000 views, because that gives 100,000 people a choice. And you may get 1,000 out of that 100,000 people to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna work with you, girl. 1,000 people times a $100 product. Okay, you did math. That's where people are mad with YouTube. That's why people get mad at these big companies. Okay. All right, you guys. This is your girl Ericka from the Classy Clown blog. I think I beat the dead horse enough. I hope you guys understood what I was going through, what I'm trying to explain, where this company even pitched me that I could make 20 million. Again, simple math, $7,000, ball all of it up times 1,000 people over a year. That's 7 million. A smaller $700 product times 10,000 people. That's 7 million a year. 5 million off YouTube and what advertisers. Again, that's you hit your 20. You basically hit your 20. That's not even talking events or speaking on stages either. So again, you guys, YouTube can be a gold mine. Digital real estate can be a gold mine. We don't have to settle for the crumbs of YouTube. We have to be able to read contracts. We have to be able to determine if we're willing to set aside some money to build a real company, something long-term that we can invest in, or we're just out here for a money grab. If you're out here for a money grab, you're going to have a bad time. You're going to leave this space unhappy, period. You will. So anyways, this is your girl Ericka, Classy Clown blog. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was beneficial. Definitely hit the like button. You can join us in any of our live training. The first weekend of February, we'll have live training on credit, middleman to millions, and we'll also have it on digital real estate, and that'll be it, because then I go on break in February. And the prices go up mid-February, and the ads go out. So good luck, you guys. It's been real. It's your girl Ericka, Classy Clown blog. Later.